What is upsetting me more than a little is that the candidates for the chamber were given by the acting government commissioner 24 hours to accept their position. And this is confirmed by one of them. This is rather extraordinary, seeing that it is the island council who appoints, not the acting government commissioner, and I wonder if she believes to have the authority to speak on behalf of the council without even consulting them. Last minute we had to learn that already an oath-taking ceremony was planned, not on the agenda, for today without the knowledge of the island council, and putting us on the spot. It looked like a in this case a one-woman show, organized and starring you, Ms. Francis. Is this your way of transparency, inclusion and cooperation? I heard my colleague Merkman mention the budget and Leerdam as well. I think that's a valid point. In first instance, it was mentioned to us we did not need to worry about the budget by you, Madam Chair Lady, because the audit chamber was to be paid by BZK. Later on we found out that it was not the case. There is a little bit money left over from this year and we can use that in the coming year. Well, Madam Chair Lady, and I heard it from both of the previous speakers, when we talk about the law, this is against the law. If you check the FinBES, you cannot make a financial commitment without having a budget amendment. Well, I have not seen a budget amendment up to today. So basically the Island Council cannot even appoint these people because we are not sure that there is a budget available for them. And again, we are requested to act basically against the law. So it's not only that the audit chamber is not in the WALBES, also there is no budget, which makes it an act against the FinBES. And while seeing the above, I am very reluctant to vote now in favor of adopting an Island Council decision to appoint the candidates for the audit chamber without having the surety that we are not acting against the relevant laws.